Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though we've been given the next installment of the Tales of series, which is going to be Star Wars Tales of the Underworld. The first two installments, Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Empire, for me personally, were hit and miss. Both of them had stories that I liked and sort of stories I was a bit cold on. For example, the stuff with Count Dooku in Tales of the Jedi I thought was really good, but I didn't really care much for the Ahsoka stuff, just because we're so kind of heavy with Ahsoka material that I didn't think it added too much to her character. It felt like a bit of a missed opportunity to do something elsewhere. Similar for Tales of the Empire with Morgan Elspeth. I just don't think it really did too much to add to her character. I mean, yeah, it was pretty cool to see how she started off with Thrawn, got involved with the Empire. The Barriss Offee stuff, again, kind of interesting to see what ended up with her character, if not a bit predictable. Again, could they have done more with it? Who knows? This time around, it looks as though we're going to be focusing on Cad Bane and Asajj Ventress. Again, Cad Bane, very much an Underworld figure. Asajj Ventress has come into that a bit more, obviously made a return in the Bad Batch Season 3. I was, again, quite disappointed with her limited kind of involvement in that show. They'd kind of teased in the trailer that she was going to be, you know, a vital part, at least of some of the story. And it turns out, actually, she had very, very little to do. And it felt like trailer bait. So hopefully here they can do something that will expand on her story. Maybe we'll start to fill in some of the blanks, that are existent in the time between her story in Clone Wars and where we saw her in Bad Batch. Again, stuff that was in novels, in comics that might need to be kind of rewritten. Who knows? But we've got a trailer, so this might give us a bit more in-depth. I'm expecting, again, a similar kind of 3 stories for one character, 3 stories for another. So why don't we take a look and see what the trailer has for us?
Just do as I say. Never can be too cautious with strangers out here.
Battle droids.
Then again, you're no stranger. Lady Ventress.
Okay. So some of it will be post-Clone Wars.
Just saw him right in.
That's his boots, that's his hat. That's a young Cad Bane, I think.
What's the situation?
He was your best friend. Things have changed.
You took everything from me.
Okay.
Are you?
I was Count Dooku's lead assassin. I don't want that life.
Is that Lux Venturi? Might be wrong, it might not be. Is that an Inquisitor?
Bane? No one needs to die.
Two bounty hunters.
Get them.
Oh no, he's he's wielding a lightsaber, I think. Is he a Jedi apprentice? I can see where this one's heading.
You're gonna pay for what you did.
This revenge. I hope it was worth it.
It will be.
Okay. So, yeah, reserving judgment as always, but it looks as though one story is going to focus on the past, Cad Bane. Clearly some kind of an origin with a friend who betrayed him. His, seeking out revenge. On the Ventress side, it looks as though it obviously is her post-Clone Wars story. It's going to be taking place during the Imperial reign, and it looks as though she might be protecting a young Force user, Jedi Padawan. Who knows? It's kind of it's a told story now many times over. So I don't know if I'm super excited about that one. Again, it's always nice to get more content, more to get to get more Asajj Ventress. I think I'd probably look forward to the Cad Bane stuff more than that, because again, when I think Underworld, Ventress is not the first person that comes to mind. I know that the typical story would be to do, Boba Fett, and that might be a bit expected. But there's loads of bounty hunters out there that, could be utilised in a story like this, to try and, even just to kind of give them a bump, that we need, because we need fresh blood in Star Wars. We need new characters, or we at least need characters who have been forgotten to be brought into the mainstream to give us kind of a fresh face to enjoy. As it is, Asajj Ventress, we haven't seen much of her, but I just question how effective that story is going to be. If she's going to have the kind of typical, I must, protect this Jedi, youngling from the Empire. Maybe that's an Inquisitor. I couldn't recognise who that was in, the shot with the red saber. I think it was an Inquisitor. This must be quite early on in the Imperial reign. I think at one point I saw a shield bubble from a Star Destroyer, clearly, being constructed, explode. So maybe this will be kind of the end of her story, showing us what happened to her in the end. We just don't know. As I say, with Cad Bane, it seems to be going way back into the past, because we already know where he ends up in the book of Boba Fett. Just showing us how he became who he was. So yeah, I think on the face of it, looking forward to the Cad Bane stuff more than the Asajj Ventress stuff, but I've always been more of a fan of Cad Bane, if I'm being honest. So 6 short stories, it is what it is. I don't think we can ever expect too much from these, shorts, because they are exactly that. They're not meant to be long form storytelling. It's not meant to be complicated. It's not meant to add huge amounts to characters. It's just supposed to explore, little bits that are unknown, to give a bit more context to, some of the characters that we know. But interesting. They've revealed that now, a month to go. So I'll certainly be watching it. I'll be reacting to it here, so by all means feel free to subscribe if you haven't. In the meantime, let me know what you thought of the trailer. What are you looking forward to from those stories? And thank you for watching.